finally, Harvey brought here the light.
He's always nudging Harvey.
Finally. Monday, Thursday, Saturday, I have to see him.
On Friday.
Refu'ahShelemah, whatever. This is, I am here on the TV. I cannot say it.
No more.
I come back. Okay. Now I am formal. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
The temple by Israel. I was going to say Beit Israel, and I'm going to tell you why I was going to say Beit Israel. It's not because my friend Rabbi Epperbaum is the rabbi of temple at the temple Beit Israel in
Sunrise.
in IKEA. Yes.
Yeah.
Next to IKEA. It's not because of that. It's because in Mexico I used to work. My family was congregation Beit Israel, Beit Israel Community Center.
Oh.
And today I am honored to have my dear friend Abraham, who is visiting us.
Welcome.
And he's here for that congregation. And tomorrow we are going to have another one. His name is Victor, that he's going to come tomorrow. Victor Kasepolsky. Yeah, so because like here, we did have our people from the nights and the people from the morning. The night people are like Dracula. They like to go on the night, and then in the morning it's a little bit different. Anyway,
Shalom
Aleichem,
Malakei Hashem, Malakei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malakei HaKadosh, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Malakei Shalom, Malakei Shalom, Malakei Elyon, Mi Malakei HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Malakei Shalom, Malakei Shalom, Malakei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malakei HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malakei Shalom, Malakei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malakei HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
there is an ancient custom that many, as I told you, in many occasions, and especially for the selected group of people that came to study with me when I was teaching the Kabbalat Shabbat, that Kabbalat Shabbat is a kind of marriage also between God and the people of Israel, between man, yes, and the wife. So Shabbat brings, in the light, brings also the love of a couple and the love in a family. So it's very common that we read Shir HaShirim before starting that is one of the sefer of the books that they say that King Solomon wrote that book in the Bible, and it's a book that the theme on this book is love. Yes, it can be love between man and woman, or it can be love in general between man and God. Yes, so, and this is why Shir HaShirim is recited every Shabbat before Kabbalat Shabbat, especially if you belong to a Middle Eastern community, like the Syrian community, that they start with Shir HaShirim, and then they do Kabbalat Shabbat. So, in honor of Harvey that he looks so in love today. I'm gonna invite you. Come here, because Harvey is going to read a blessing for one's beloved. Okay?
It is my
He
pleasure.
nudges him
I know that
every
it's your
time.
pleasure.
He's
And you
always
better do
nudging
it
him.
well,
I don't
because
know
your
why.
wife is here.
Probably likes him.
Oh.
Okay.
I love the light in your eyes, the smell of your hair, the sound of your voice. I love the goodness in your heart and the kindness of your deeds. I love our conversations, our home, the family we have created together. I love you. You are a blessing from God. May God bless you as you have blessed me with joy and light and love. Amen.
Amen. Nice. That's very pretty. Harvey.
Come here. You cannot tip me today because it's Shabbat. But you can do it on Monday. Okay?
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Okay.
Very pretty.
Muy bien. So let us
Very nice,
start our
Harvey.
service on page number 15. As you know, Rabbi Mark is not here. That means, as I always say, where the cat is not here, the mice make a party. So, page number 15. Lechunera, nena,
Lechunera, nena, lechunera, nena, nena. Lechunera, nena, lechunera, nena, lechunera, nena, nena. Nania, nania, lechunera, shem,
nekafana etoda.
Nania, nania, lechunera, shem.
Bismillah Nariya lo. Lechunera, nena,
Lechunera, nena, lechunera, nena, nena. Lechunera, nena, lechunera, nena, lechunera,
Adonai. Let us sing to Adonai. Let us rejoice in our Creator. Let us greet God with thanksgiving, singing psalms of praise.
Adonai is the foundation of all life, exalted beyond all that is worshipped.
In God's hands rests the world He fashioned, sea and land, abyss and mountain peak. All are God's.
Let
Let's worship Adonai, exalt our Creator, our God. We are the flock guided by God. Help is ours even today. If only we would listen to the divine voice.
Harden not your heart in the way of your ancestors, who tried and tested me in the wilderness, even though they had witnessed my miracle.
40 years of contentment with the generation led me to say, they are wayward, they cure not from my ways.
In indignation, therefore, did I woe. Never would they reach my land, the land of peace, the land of peace. 40 שנה כובד בדור, ואומרם תוי לבביהם, והם לא ידעו דרכי, אשר נשבעתי באבי, אם יבואו אל מנוחתי. 16. שירו לאדוני, שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני, כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני, שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני, כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני, ברכו שמו, בשרו ביום ליום ישועתו, שירו לאדוני, ברכו שמו, בשרו ביום ליום ישועתו. Let the heavens rejoice, let the earth be glad, let the sea and all it contains exult. We are in the last 4 lines in the same page, 16. ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ודאי הארץ, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ודאי אשר בו, אז ירננו כל עצי יער, לפני אדוני כי בא לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט אמת בצדק ועמים באמונתו. We will pass directly to page number 20, and I am going to ask you to raise. So we are going to sing the psalm number 29. Mizmor le'David, Abu l'Adonai b'nei Eilim, Abu l'Adonai kavod va'os, Abu l'Adonai kevod shemo, Ishtachavu l'Adonai be'adrat kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod, Irim Adonai al mayim rabim, Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai be'adar, Kol Adonai shomer arazim, Vaishaver Adonai et azei Lebanon, Vayarkidem kemo egel Lebanon, Besirion kemo Mereimim, Kol Adonai chotzer labodesh, Kol Adonai yachid midbar, Yachid Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai echol yado, Vayechesor Ye'arot u'beichalo, Kulo merkavot, Kulo merkavot, Adonai nama abul yashav, Vayeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai os le'amo yitin, Adonai yevarech et amo b'shalom, et amo b'shalom. And we didn't do it in the beginning, but we are on time because we are going to sing now the Lechadodi, and before the Lechadodi we can light the candles. So I am going to invite everyone who wants, really. Yes, it's more customary, it's a mitzvah for women, but if a man wants, he can do that anyway. So to come here to the candles.
If you want. You, I know you want.
Sure, if you want to go up there, I'll hold it for you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay.
Vitzivanu, vitzivanu, lehadlikne, vitzivanu, vitzivanu, lehadlikne, vitzivanu, vitzivanu, lehadlikne, shel Shabbat. Amen.
Good Shabbos, everyone.
Shabbos, good Shabbos, good Shabbos. Shabbos.
Good shot.
Good Shabbos.
Shabbat Shalom.
Good Shabbos and
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I want you to read. Seated, please. You can be seated.
Okay. Good
Shabbos, sweetheart.
Good Shabbos.
It's a very kissing group.
We are going to,
Kiss your husband, good job.
during this service, instead of doing a long Bar Torah, I am going to insert little readings, reflections about Shabbat.
Light a candle, drink wine. Softly the Shabbat has plucked the sinking sun. Slowly the Shabbat descends, the rose of heaven in her hand. How can the Shabbat plant a huge and shining flower in a blind and narrow heart? How can the Shabbat plant the bud of angels in a heart of raving flesh? Can the rose of immortality grow in an age enslaved to destruction, an age enslaved to death? Light a candle, drink wine. Slowly the Shabbat descends, and in her hand the flower, and in her hand the sinking sun.
Because of you. Very nice.
So now we are going to receive the Queen Shabbat.
Yashikoa.
Okay, on page number 21. Lecha lekando
Leka kola, pene pene shabbat lekavela.
lecha lekando likrat kala pene pene Shabbat lekavela Shamo lesachor ve'dibur echad ish v'yanu le'adam echad Adonai echad lo shemo echad Shemu le'tiferet ve'niteni la 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 la
Lekadodi, lekakala, pene pene shabbat lekavela. Lekadodi, lekakala, pene pene shabbat lekavela.
Likrat Shabbat lechu v'lecha Ki b'mor aviracha Merosh miketem lesucha Samase v'masharat la 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 la
Lekadodi, lekakala, pene pene shabbat lekavela. Lekadodi, lekakala, pene pene shabbat lekavela.
Mikdash velechir belucha Ubitzei v'socha fecha Ravlak shemel ve'bekavaka Be'uyachamo la 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 la
Lekadodi, lekakala, pene pene shabbat lekavela. Lekadodi, lekakala, pene pene shabbat lekavela.
Page 22 Lo tevoshi ve'lo tikalvi Vatishtochachi uvategemi B'chye Yeshua yeyami Venivneta iranti la 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 la
Lekadodi, lekakala, pene pene shabbat lekavela. Lekadodi, lekakala, pene pene shabbat lekavela.
Ve'ayu yisashosai V'rachaku kol mevarai Yasis alayich Elohai Kimsos katar arkana la 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 la
Lekadodi, lekakala, pene pene shabbat lekavela. Lekadodi, lekakala, pene pene shabbat lekavela.
Yabiyus kol tifrotzi Be'en Adonai et aritzi Hayadish be'repartzi Be'nisbecha ira Di la 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 la
Lekadodi, Lekad Lekakala, Pene Pene Shabbat Lekabala, Lekad Lekadodi, Lekad Lekakala, Pene Pene Shabbat Lekabala. Boni Shalom, Ma'afer Palav, Kam Besimcha Ubetzorah, Tochenu Reyam Selula, Boika la 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 Lekadodi, Lekad Lekakala, Pene Pene Shabbat Lekabela, Lekad Lekadodi, Lekad Kala, Pene Pene Shabbat Lekabela. You may be seated. We are now on page number 23. Mizmor Shir Leyom Shabbat, Tov Leodot L'Adonai, Ulesamer Leshimcha Elyon, Ulesamer Leshimcha Elyon, Leagid Ba'oker Chaldecha, Elmunat Galeilot, Alei Asor Marena Vedarei, Ingayon Bechinor, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, Tov Leodot L'Adonai, Ulesamer Leshimcha Elyon, Ulesamer Leshimcha Elyon. כי שימחת אדוני בפועלך, למעשה ידיך רבים וגדולים מעשה כווניים. Last 4 lines. Tzadikata Amarifra, Keres Balaron, Yizveh, Shetonim, Bemeit Adonai, Bechatzrot Elot Eloheinu, Yafrichu, Od Yenuvo, Deseva, Deshenim Merlananim, Iyu, Layagid, Ki Yashar Adonai, Tzuri, On page 24, Adonai Malageu Lavesh, Lavesh Adonai Ositazar, Aftikon Tevel, Baltimore, Aftikon Tevel, Baltimore, Nachor Kisachameas, Meulamata, Naseu Nearot Adonai, Naseu Nearot Golam, Iseu Nearot Ochiad, Mikolot Baim Ravim, Adinim Mishvereyam, Adir Bamarov Adonai, Adir Bamarov Adonai, Edotecha Negebnu Meot, Lebeitcha Nava Kodesh, Adonai Leore, Ya
we finished the first part of the service, and now, just in a second, we are going to go to the Barhu, but I would like to tell you something about the Barhu. We usually know that the Barhu is the beginning of the service of Ma'ariv or Arvit. Arvit comes from the word Erev. Erev means
Evening.
no,
Night.
night, evening, night. Yes, Erev. This is Arvit, okay? And Ma'ariv is the same, it's the same word, okay? So we start the service and we start with the Barhu. The Barhu is an invitation. I am inviting you to pray to God. So I say, let's pray to God. And you not only you gonna say Barhu et Hashem Mevorach, you're going to say Leolam Vaed. You're going to say, we are going to say more. Yes, not just we bless are you God. We are going to say bless are you God forever and ever. And then I'm gonna to repeat what you said. Okay? So this is the Barhu. Is an invitation to bless God or to pray. They are words that they are, it's not exactly the same meaning, but it's the same intention. Yeah? If you praise to God, well, you bless Him. Yes, you try to say something nice about Him. Yes, to express your gratitude. Yes, of what about all the things that God gives to us. Interesting is what we do with our body when we say the Barhu. What do we do? What do we do?
We bow.
We bow. Because Barhu, the root is the word Berech. And this is Berech.
In Janice.
Yeah? So, if you're going to pray to somebody, to acknowledge how magnificent somebody else is, I think that in that moment you need to diminish yourself a little bit. Because if you're going to pray like some other, the Argentinians, we say in Mexico they make fun from the Argentinians. Like the Argentinian, I can say here like some people in the government, that they go like that. It's hard to have a personal moment of humility. Yeah, if you are like that.
Yeah.
If you come like that, you are showing a different way. So this is why we do this.
Yeah.
Because it's the same root.
Yeah.
The root is Berech. So we do this, and then it's an invitation to pray. So with this explanation or intention is that we will start our second part of the service. It's okay. Barechu et Adonai Hababorach. Baruch Adonai Hababorach. Leolam Vaed. Amen. You. So, my friend Abraham, his last name is Anzarut. Anzarut is a last name that comes from the Jews from Syria. Yes? And especially, his family is from Aleppo. Yes? The Aleppians, that they are how do you say the cream of the crop. Yes, because in religion, I mean the Syrians from Damascus, they are the ones who put the money. But the Syrians Aleppo are the ones that they were more knowledge about the Torah. Actually, they did have the most ancient Torah in the synagogue that was burned, but not the Torah. A couple of, I think that 1 year after the declaration of the independence of Israel. So they hide part of the Torah, and then the Torah is in Israel, the Torah. Yeah? But as you can see, we have a Sephardic. This is an Ashkenazi community, yes? Here we all have face of, we know about gefilte fish, and this kind of thing. We don't know about kebab, and these kind of things. But we have three Torah like that, because they were donated by a member
who was an Iraqi.
Who was from Iraq.
And
yes.
she identified herself as an Oriental Jew.
Yes.
She said, I am not Sephardic, I am Oriental.
This is what we call Keilot HaMizrahiot, the communities of the Mizrach, the
Orient.
Yeah. So this is how, because there are many, yeah. But you can see, and you were looking, you were watching him, how he kissed and he said this kind of thing, because every congregation, every culture has different ways to express the love to God and the love to the Torah.
But
so they do.
Can we, if
We can
we give
do.
not
We
as
can.
a new tradition,
Yes, we can do.
personally?
We can
I-
do. They will allow us.
Okay.
to do.
I
In
like-
Mexico, I don't know, but here
Oh, okay.
we can adopt.
I like-
Okay. Let's read together the paragraph in English on page number 28. So I start and then you lead, okay? Praise are you, Adonai, our God, who rules the universe.
Your word bringing the evening dusk. You open with wisdom the gates of dawn. Design the day with wondrous skill. Set out the succession of seasons and arrange the stars in the sky according to your will. Otherwise, behold, you create day and night, rolling light away from darkness, darkness away from light. Eternal God, your sovereignty shows forth and embrace us. Praise that you, Adonai, for each evening's dusk.
Adonai Tsebaoth Shemo El Chai V'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Aleinu L'Olam Ha'Vaed Baruch Ata Adonai Ma'arim V'Rachamim Amen. 29 Avat Olam Et Yisrael Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Mishpatim, Otanu Limadata. Alken Adonai Eloheinu, B'Shemenu u'B'Kumenu, Nasiach B'Chukecha, V'Nishmak B'Divrei Toratecha, U'B'Mitzvotecha, Le'olam Va'ed.
Bless you.
K'en chayenu v'yorech yameinu v'yorech yameinu u'ba'em neged yomam v'layla ve'avat chal tasil mimeno le'olamim Baruch Ata Adonai Oifamo Yisrael Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha B'chol levavecha ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים Adonai Elohim Emed ve'emuna kol ezot v'karayam aleinu Yu Adonai Eloheinu Ein zulato Baraknu Yisrael Amo. We are in the page 32, just in the middle of the page. Yalai lai 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 yalai lai 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 yalai lai 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 yalai lai 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 Mi kamocha b'rim Adonai, mi kamocha ne'evat kodesh, norati lot osef ele, norati lot osef ele, b'malchutecha baruch banecha, bokei hayam le'emoshecha, ze'enu ve'amru, Adonai lo le'olam ha'ed. Yalai lai 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 lai, yalai lai lai lai, yalai lai 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 lai, yalai lai lai lai, yalai lai lai lai, yalai lai lai, yalai lai lai lai, yalai lai lai. Vere margifa Adonai את יעקב, וגיאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. Amen. We are now on page 33, and here we have a prayer that where we ask God to lay down in peace and to awaken in peace. Sometimes we take everything on granted, but sometimes it's not. So the opportunity to ask God to go to sleep, Gesundheit, and to wake up, Gesundheit, is an opportunity that we shouldn't
Take for granted.
Yeah, take for granted, and we shouldn't waste. We should do it. Also, during this moment, we usually do hear a prayer for people that they are sick. Yeah? So we are going to think in this moment about on each one, friend, relative that is sick. And I am going to invite Rita to read something here very short. Rita, come.
I don't have my glasses.
So I'm not going to read.
Hey, Rita, take mine.
Okay.
Just watch me looking at them. Kind of like.
And then we are going to sing whoever knows the Mishaberach prayer of David Friedman. So this is.
Can you see it? Yeah, let's see. It's like read dirty words are coming out in your glasses.
prayer for healing, that's all I can do.
Okay,
Want to try
so,
mine?
no, it's okay.
Really,
It's
want
o-
to try mine?
It's okay.
I can see this.
I am going to read it and you are going to correct my broken English.
Okay.
Okay? A prayer for healing. While Shabbat is not traditionally a time to dwell on our needs and to make requests from God, it has become an universal practice to ask for divine blessing for those in need or physical and emotional healing. Similarly, while no mourning is permitted, comforting the mourner is a mitzvah on Shabbat. At this point, at the beginning of our meal, or our service, when parents offer a blessing for the children, we may ask for God blessing for all those in need. Debbie Friedman's version of that blessing offers a musical expression of the prayer. It allows us an occasion to share our concern for those whose illness may mean that they cannot join us for this Shabbat service. After reciting the request for God's blessing, the appropriate greeting will be Refu'ahShelemah. May there be a complete recovery.
Amen.
So
You did very well.
okay. So,
Mishebeira Avotenu Mikol Avracha Ve'imotenu.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us,
help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishebeira Avotenu Mikol Avracha
Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with a Refu'ahShelemah. The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. And let us say, Amen. Thank you. So page number 33.
Sorry, reader, I thought you could use them.
Last three lines. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Baruch atah Adonai, apore sukat shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim. Ve'al Yerushalayim. Ve'al Yerushalayim. Amen. Page 34, please rise. Ve'shamru b'nei Israel et haShabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ולעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ולעולם. ויאמר בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לעולם ולעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ולעולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ויתקדש שם רבה.
אמן.
בעלמא דיברה חילותי וימליך מלכותן. וחיי כל יום יומייכון וחיי לכל בית ישראל. בגלה ובזמן קריב אינו יש ברבה מבורך לעולם ולעולם מיומיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל שמלך ולשם תהילה מן כל ברכתה ושגינתה קדוש וחטא נחמתה ימין ימלה ואמרו בעמידה page 35 A or B through 38 I think
38.
silently.
Shalom Aleinu, Ve'achol Yisrael, Ve'imru Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'achol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu, Yachol Yisrael, Ve'imru, Amen.
We all rise, we are on page number 48. יתגדל ויתקדש שם רבה. יעלמא דיברה חילותי וימליך מלכותי וחיי כל ויומי כל וחיי כל בית ישראל. Magara Wismangari Veimbro, Yegesh Meira Mebora, Idvarak Veishtabach Veit Parvidro Amina Sevitadar Vitalivitar Shumekudesha, Leila Min Kolvirkata Veshirata, Tushbekata Vekimatada Miramiarma Veimbro, Tit Kabelet, Serotono Voton de Kol Israel, Kadamavot Ishmaya Vegimbro, Yegesh Lamaraba Mishemaya, Vekaimaleno El Kol Israel Vegimbro, Ose Shalom Imroma, Buyase Shalom Aleinu, Be'al Kol Israel, Be'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Be'immeru Amen. Ose Shalom Imroma, Buyase Shalom Aleinu, Be'al Kol Israel, Be'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Be'immeru
Drink juice. You know, the green and red's really for Christmas.
I want the real side.
This is
No, I want the real side. I want the real side.
wine.
We want the real side. Not yet.
Everybody has?
Yes.
Come here. Your glasses are working?
Maybe in English.
In English, yes, in English. To be fully free. The meaning of the Shabbat that is related here. You can hold
Oh,
it.
here.
Yeah, you can hold it.
The Shabbat ritual has such a central place in the biblical religion because it is more than a day of rest in the modern sense. It is a symbol of salvation and freedom. This is also the meaning of God's rest. This rest is not necessary for God because he is tired, but it expresses the idea that great as creation is, greater and crowning creation is peace. God's work is a condensation. He must really rest, not because he is tired, but because he is free and fully God only when he has ceased to work. So is man fully man only when he does not work. When he is at peace with nature and his fellow man, that is why the Shabbat commandment is at one time motivated by God's rest and at the other by liberation from Egypt. Both mean the same and interpret each other. Rest is freedom.
So we are free when we can be partners with God. Yes, God creates the grapes, we create the wine. So we are partners with God, and we accept his day of rest, and we can rest when we own our time, and we own our time only when we are free. A slave is a slave not just because he has to work hard or he has change on his hands or foods. It's slave because he's not the owner of his time. In our days, many of us, we work in great companies and we are slaves. They call us in any moment and we have to work. We have to say yes sometimes. So this is a modern way of slave. And this is why Shabbat is so important, because Shabbat is the sanctification of the time. We sanctify a time to be free. And we sanctify being partners with God when we are partners with God, and we sanctify when we remember that we were in Egypt. Egypt is not just Egypt, yes, the place. Egypt is the lack of freedom that we have. Egypt is the inner force that makes us a slave sometimes, and we cannot be free. So we have a day to try to be free. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kideshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratza banu, v'shabat kodesho, v'ahava v'ratzon inchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh bereshit, כי הוא יום תפילה למקראי קודש, זכר יציאת מצרים, כי בנו בחרת, אותנו קידשת, מכל העמים, ושמעת קודשך, ואהבנו ברצון, Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh Hashem. Amen. L'chaim. Amen. We remain standing for the Aleinu on page number, the next page. 51. Okay, who is going to open the ark? Okay, now you're talking, bring your wife.
Bring your wife
and
and
open the ark.
I gotta get my glasses and I don't need
You
to
don't
open
have
the
to
door.
Don't read glasses.
My glasses are not
Aleinu leshabeach hakol, hakol, aleinu leyotzei bereshit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratzot, velo samanu b'mishpechot ha'avam, shelo
Ego Aleinu, Adonai, Adonai Korim, Mishrachamin Umodim, Lifnei Melech, Malkei Elohim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Emel Shemei Shamayim, Yedosher Haaretz, L'chamayim Yirah, Tulei Tuzo, Ushi Tuzo, Le'omei Le'oli, U'adoheinu Eino, Elechotenu Efesulato, Atatu Le'torato, Lakayom, Lakayom, Adonai, Ki Adonai Elohim, Bashamayim, Yahara, Yaharet, Yaharet, Adonai, Melech HaKol Haaretz, Bayom Hahu, Bayom Hahu, Yeh Adonai Echad, Ushemo, Ushemo, Ushemo Echad.
So whoever has to recite the Moner's Kaddish, this is the moment. Unfortunately, many Shabbatot, we are reciting the Moner's Kaddish for many bad things that happens here in Israel. And today, I mean, we still have to remember and to be mourn for what happens in Amazonia, the Amazonas. So many people that they die, so many animals, so many,
Fires. Yep.
so many, not human beings, but live beings. Yes, live beings that we are losing, and this is going to affect us, everybody. So the bonus Kaddish is on page number 52. Itgadar ve'itgadash
Merabah.
ve'alma divrach yuteh ve'yamim ha'matuteh ve'chay echol u'yom echol ve'chayei echol beit Yisrael ba'alalau b'zman karim ve'imrodonei yehei shmei olam v'oram le'olam u'l'olmei amaya יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה לבריאו ואלה מכל ברכתה שנתת תודה ונקמתה אמירה וירמה בבריאו אמן יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וקיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל בבריאו אמן עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל בבריאו אמן. Our president is going to say something.
I'm also praying for Rita Sherb, and who died in a terrorist attack in Israel today, and her father and brother who are in very critical condition.
Yeah, the last one that was yesterday. Okay.
Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbos.
Welcome, Abraham. I'm making you a promise. I love what you do. I'm going to do that. And when I do that, I know you have two beautiful little girls,
Thank you.
Galia's age.
No, they are older.
A little older, but you have two little girls. So I'm going to think about your two little girls
Thank you very much.
when I do that. And of course, Galia is always, she's stuck right in my heart. So I'm always thinking of Galia. Good Shabbos to you, all of you who are at home. Laura, if you're watching, I hope you're having a better evening. To Roseanne and Howard and Lachman, we send you love and all our good prayers for everything good for you. Laura, your seat is reserved at the High Holiday service. Merrill, Drew, and Josh and Reese's seats are reserved. Howard and Roseanne, your seats are reserved for the High Holidays. With all our beautiful prayers that Cantor Javier has offered up, I think you might be there. And I'm not giving your seats away.
Hallelujah.
All of you who are at home watching, who we haven't met yet, come anytime. Come and worship with us, especially for the high holidays. You know our doors are open. I say that to you every week, but they really are. So come. I can't thank Cantor Javier enough for the service tonight, which was so uplifting and beautiful, and for what you said about the Baruch Hu. I learned so much from Cantor Javier at the Morning Minions. You do such a beautiful job. I hate to call it a job, but you do a wonderful service, and we're always learning, and the biblical things become the practical things to add to our daily life, and that becomes extremely meaningful. Cantor also has his Spanish and chips class on Thursday. This past Thursday, we learned quesas. We sang for 1 hour and learned some Spanish. I can't say we're fluent, but we're very happy. So you can come and join us. Cantor is making a decision whether to have that class a little earlier, but this Thursday it will be at 1 o'clock. Our morning minions are Mondays and Thursdays at 8:45. We need you. Please come. it's just wonderful to start the day that way. Check the bulletin for all the activities that are coming up. I have your tickets in the office, so you can come by. I'm in there now Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. You can come by and pick up your high holiday tickets. We're booking up very quickly, thank God, and we're planning to have the most wonderful high holidays ever, and we'll celebrate this year that is very tough year in America, a year that we never thought we would see here, and we need to be tight in community, and in a loving community like ours, it's very easy to do that. So I wish you all a sweet Shabbat.
Thank you as well. Thank you. You as well.
Okay, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Tomorrow 9:30 will be begin. Again, welcome my friend.
Thank you, my friend, for inviting me.
Abraham. If it's not a promise, but if Abraham has time during the week and he comes on my Spanish class, we are going to teach the words with double meanings of Mexico. So it's going to be a kind of hot class, okay? If he comes. If not, I am going to be serious. The menu for today was chicken or pasta. And it was Adonoram or Igdal. So somebody asked for Igdal. So we are going to finish the service with pasta, chicken or pasta, Adonoram or Igdal. 53. Igdal Elohim Chai, Ve'ishtabach, Nitzab Ve'genet El Metziuto, Echad Ve'yachid Ke'ihudo, Nenam Begam Meisov Le'achduto, Eino Derutagov Ve'elogov, Nonam Arochenav Kedushato, Kadmon Lechol Davar Asher Nibra, Rishon Be'Reishit Le'Reishito, Inu Adon Olam Lechol Otzar, Yoreh Gedulato Malchuto, Shefan Nebuato Netano, Erosh Segulato Vetifaroto, Lo Kambek Israel Kemo Sheol, Navi Umavit Temunato, Torah Temet Natan Le'amorem, Asher Segulato Iman Beito, Lo Yakan Yisrael Velo Yamitato, Le'olamim Le'gesulato, Sofe Beyodea Sekarenu, Mavi Lesov Davar Mekarmato, Gomer Leish Kesed Kebigifalo, Noten LeRashara Kerishato, Ishlak Leketziamim Meshigicheinu, Lindot Mechakeketz Yeshuato, Meitim Yecha Yegel Berov Chazo, Baruch Adegeyar Shel Tegilato, Meitim Yecha Yegel Berov Chazo, Baruch Adegeyar Shel Tegilato. Yevarechecha Adonai veishmerecha, Yair Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God give us and all the world a day of peace. Shabbat shalom. Amen.
Shabbos.